The following segment is sponsored by Patriot Hospice-and-Palliative-Care.
A hospice organization that specializes in end-of-life care for veterans says a dedicated team of volunteers makes it possible. And for the volunteers, it's an honor to spend time with these men and women who served our country. Andrew King, the Director of Volunteer Services for Patriot Hospice, is here with us, along with volunteer Tim Wilkinson. Good morning to you both.
Hey, good morning.
I know volunteers certainly play an important role. We're about to get into that. But first, tell us about the services you provide and what makes Patriot Hospice so special.
So not just with hospice, we do also provide palliative and physician services. Palliative is kind of that step right before hospice, kind of before that prognosis, then turns over to hospice. And physician services, kind of think of it as doctors making old school home visits. That's probably the best way to describe it.
I like it. Well, providing that level of care that you provide really requires a lot of help from volunteers. They're obviously a valued part of the hospice care team. So tell us what they mean to your patients.
The biggest thing, they've got the nurses, CNAs, all these people that going in to poke and pry, asking questions, and, they're always in there enjoying the visits. But I have noticed over the years that sometimes they get a different feeling from the visit when it's someone coming in on their own free time, the goodness of their heart is just going in to be with somebody at that particular time in their life. And that's just one thing that's really stuck out to me in the last several years.
It's a beautiful thing. And we know that volunteering can include everything from companionship, running errands, helping the patient's family, to office work. You really don't run out of things to do there, do you?
No, not at all. There's probably a shorter list of things that you can't do. I mean, honestly, the options are wide open.
Well, I imagine it's an especially rewarding volunteer opportunity. So let's hear about that side. Tell us what you do at Patriot and what your experience has been like.
The best thing for me is being able to go into a home. They welcome me in to spend time with the family, with the patient. It's just so rewarding, just so heartwarming.
And tell us a little bit about what you do. What stands out to you in your experience?
I have one patient that I'll take a Bluetooth in, and she'll just hold that Bluetooth and she'll listen to Christian music, and it just soothes her. And she'll listen to this music for 3-4 hours, and then she'll, will you pray with me? It's just so heartwarming.
It's beautiful to be able to be a part of their lives in any way you can. I know it makes such a difference. And Andrew, you don't just appreciate the help of volunteers. Your ability to operate really depends on that.
Right, it does. We've definitely got the business and the legal things that we have to do with Medicare and the National Hospice and Palliative Care Organization. But truly, volunteers are just as much a part of the care team as any other discipline, for that matter. And with what Tim was saying, to add to that, for the part that a family is inviting you into this particular time and chapter of their life, I know it sounds really cliche, but to welcome a total stranger into their house at this time, and they just, put that amount of trust into them. It's kind of a big deal. And it never really dawned on me when I first started. And then you kind of think, oh my gosh, these people are putting a lot of trust into this people coming in. So, it's a very unique experience for sure.
What's the process for somebody watching who wants to become a volunteer?
It's not too complex. The beginning parts are a little bit, we have to go through an application process, just like any employee would. We have to run a background check, and we do kind of just a face-to-face interview, a phone interview, just to kind of get to know them. And also explain the process. But we do a small orientation. We have to go through, some health screening and things like that. So a volunteer in hospice is technically considered an unpaid employee, if you will. They have to go through the same steps that we do getting hired on.
Wow, you're really careful about who you bring in there. And Tim, before we go, talk to the person who's watching this going, I might want to volunteer. How rewarding is it going to be for them? What would you say to somebody considering it?
Someone that is considering it, I've been here for about 1.5 years now, and it's been so rewarding to be able to give back to the community, to those that have served in our armed forces. It's amazing. If somebody wants to volunteer, even the office work, it's fun. It's all for a good reason.
Well, it's beautiful what you do. Tim Wilkinson, thank you. Andrew King, thank you for being there for Patriot Hospice and Palliative Care. You're located at 101 Grace Drive in Easley, and people can learn more online at patriotcares.com or call 1-888-515-3007. Well, thank you so much, and have a great day to you both.
Thanks, you too.